Corner. The same usual thing every Tuesday. We do this. We got a great show tonight. A lot of poets here tonight. Packed house, which is a good thing. So we're going to get the party started off right. Hey, good evening, everyone. And we're back with the Poetry Corner on Tuesday nights. We have tried to schedule the show for 8:30. That was an oversight by myself. Usually it's 8 o'clock, but I moved it to 8:30. But I forgot that some of our guests go to another show, actually produce another show at 9 o'clock. So it wouldn't be fair on their part to give half of themselves. So this is season 4 of the Poetry Corner, episode 1. And the title of this show is called Meet the Authors. And these poets, as well as some other poets that aren't here tonight, hopefully they'll come eventually in the future. These poets have a very distinct characteristics, as well as just writing poetry. All of them are published authors as well. So we wanted them to come on to the show, spit some of their poetry, as well as talk about being a published author. And tonight, we're going to start off with Adrian.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How's everything?
It's good. Thank you.
So I asked you before about your poetry. How long you been writing this stuff?
I've been writing for only 6 years, poetry. So I guess I'm a babe in the woods, you might say.
So how many notebooks you got in the stash?
I write on my computer and my Google Docs, so I have plenty of pages. So I'm sure I'm hitting 300 by now.
So when could we? Where's the book? What's up?
My book is called The Evolution of Me. It was written in 2019 as a bucket list. Let's put it that way. And honestly, it was like a tribute to my grandmother. I promised her I'd be published before she passed. And exactly 1 year after I got published, she passed that next year. So it's all good. I'm just proud of it. The first half is all about me, and then the second half is just free flowing.
Great.
So that's it.
You wanna recite something out of there, or you got something different? You got something special for us tonight?
I have a piece called "My Pen Bleed." Why my pen bleeds.
Okay, that's King Atterbury. That's one of his favorite statements. Why does your pen bleed? That was his question he asked today.
Okay. All right. My pen bleeds because I don't have the love I need to survive on. My pen bleeds because I don't have the means to thrive on. My pen bleeds due to the violence that plagues our streets. Those guns the police have silence our heartbeats. My pen bleeds because there's no justice for the unjust. Armageddon is imminent. Our hearts are broken. Our energy is spent. My pen is bleeding because the world lacks what it's needing. Black lives matter. All lives matter. Whatever opinions, point of views, my pen bleeds so much I can no longer watch the news. I thought to escape from books, like watch romance movies, tears hidden so no one looks. So now you know why my pen is bleeding. Love, understanding, justice is what I and the world is needing. And that's that piece.
All right, baby.
All right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I like that.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Let off. The really nice poem. Let's go to Brother Poetic.
What's happening, bro?
Poetic, you've been on here quite a few many times, sir.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you for having me.
it's funny. The book you showed earlier, I had never seen that book before, but I saw your last book.
hmm The
How
book
many?
that
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Explain,
they
please.
absolutely the books are in phases. They're all titled the Ebony Collection. The book that you saw is my most recently published book, which is Volume 3, the Ebony Collection, Volume 3. The book that was shared with you is the first one. That is the precursor to Evolution of Poetic. That one was written early 2000 and published early 2000. So that one's been out for a while. That's my baby. They're all my babies, but that one is the introduction.
All right. Let's hear something out of that piece.
All right. The piece that I'm gonna read is from a chapter in the book. It's plenty of chapters, but this piece is it's one of my favorites. It's called "The Inner Man Crying Outwardly." In the inner soul of a black man, I wonder if I must be Superman, looking at the world objectively, knowing unexpectedly that the eyes that look back at me, just what do they see? A brother fighting for survival, or a black man waiting for his arrival, searching through history for a real identity, trying not to allow history to destroy his serenity, holding on to dreams and promises made by former slaves, waiting for his place in time to rewrite history is what he craves, living in a reality that fears the intelligent black brother, all because of his knowledge to want to help one another, facing all types of setbacks daily, struggling to survive, sometimes just barely, reaching for the highest goals he set in life, realizing all the negativity and strife, all his hopes and dreams sometimes seems meaningless because no one else is by his side to stress and encourage him to continue on with the dream of changing the world and making a difference in a society that rejects his very existence, just to hear someone say, oh yeah, I have black friends, like they're in a trance. Behold the struggle of a black man that sometimes go unnoticed, for all opportunities similar to those of his white counterpart roll the dice, not once, but twice. Snake eyes looking back at you, terrified because in those eyes you can see pain. It makes you want to reach out and cry, just like the pouring rain. Someone once said that men cry in the dark. We also cry in the light just before it gets dark. And that's that piece.
Wow. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Thank you.
So
That was fly, man.
let me ask this
Thank you.
young lady, up here a question. Your name says Danielle. What? That's
Don,
not your
it's
name.
it's
That's not your
Danielle.
name. That's
Wait a
not
minute,
your
wait
name,
a minute.
Danielle.
Wait. Okay, let me explain. My name is Danielle, but my pen name is La Perla Negra, and that means the Black Pearl.
I know what it means.
I have
It's
to
funny.
say,
It's funny because every time I say you post, I'll be having to double check. Like, who is this person?
yeah, it's me. It's me. It's still me. I have to tell y'all, I can't. Y'all, I see no movement. My screen is frozen, but I can hear y'all very clearly. So I hope y'all can
Yeah,
see me.
we can see you.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
You know what they say about TVs and cameras. If you can get a transmission, it gives a transmission.
that's
So
true.
you might can't
That is
see
true.
us, but we can see you.
I can see y'all. Y'all just frozen. That's all.
Oh.
It's all good. It's all good.
So let's
And
talk
I
about
have
your history with poetry.
my history. Oh, I've been writing since I was a little girl. But I didn't find my voice until I came to Epiphany. I'm very good friends with the CEO, Arthur Larry Maddox. He's the one that brought me in. It took him about a good year to pull me in. He kept on saying, Danielle, come on in, come on in, come on in. All you got to do is listen. I'm like, no, no, no. And finally, I decided to, I told him yes. And he actually asked me to host, like, I think it was my first night. And I was so nervous. But um, talking to the rest of the poets of Epiphany helped me open up and get a little bit more comfortable. And then I found my place. And I've been on Epiphany ever since, like a little over 2 years.
Mm. You found your place, or your place found you?
I think it's a mutual
Mm.
meeting.
Okay. Okay. Well, we discussed the books, the authorship,
Mhm.
and we're waiting on something from you, right?
I'm working on two books. Two
Okay.
books. One is called Reflections of My Mind, and the other one is called The Art of My Soul.
Great. So let's talk about the pen name. I want to know what was the the
All
pearl.
right, my pen name came from a very good friend of mine that passed away a couple years ago, and he gave me that name when I was about 15. We were talking, and he just stopped and looked at me one day, and he said, "La Perla Negra." And I looked at him like, "What?" I knew what it meant, but I'm wondering why is he saying that to me? He said, "That's your name. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on." Because he said you're like a precious black pearl, and I kept it, and that's
Well,
and it just stuck.
well, give the poetry corner a piece of La Perla Negra.
Okay, all right. This one is this one I wanted to read. Yeah. Okay. No, this isn't the one I wanted to read to y'all. All right. This one is untitled. Everybody that knows me knows I am the queen of untitled pieces and short pieces. Okay. Um, he knew that she loved him, but he also knew she'd been through some things. So he understood her response when he asked for just some of her time. Was don't come for me if only a piece of me is what you seek. Because, see, she knows the sun is in her fingertips. So she tells him, you are in the presence of the universe when in my company. So be absolutely sure that this is the kind of love you want in your life. And if you want to give me something, give me you, all of you. Show me your hidden characteristic traits you deem flawed, so I can show you how I see you through my heart. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, after all. And we've all been through some things, so give me the chance to show you how truly beautiful you are. See, our souls have been together, watching. So you get my trust first. I don't want you to run from me. I don't even want you to run to me. I want you to run with me. Trust me and understand there really isn't anything to fear. I've already stripped down because I loved you before wind whispered in the ears of leaves. So shower in my understanding and know that it is safe for you to be completely naked with me. Trust me, and let's take this walk to the end of forever. And that's that piece.
Okay now. Okay now.
Right,
See. All right.
All right.
Aw,
All right. If
thank
for
you.
anybody in the chat, I forgot to inform you guys. For anybody in the chat, if you guys want to ask any of these poets, authors, any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and I'm quite sure that they'll answer any question that you may have to the best of their ability. Next up, Miss Rita Renee.
Hello there.
Oh, you are author now. Oh, oh.
Yes.
So let's talk about you and your adventures of the Poetry Corner.
Oh well, I've been a writer for a long time, an amateur writer, right? I've been writing since I was a young girl because I didn't have a way to express myself. Um, Years later, I'm watching the Poetry Corner, and I think I was just like really into it. And I was like, I wish I had the nerve. So, cause you were like, well, reach out to King, and I was like, okay, You asked me if I was ready, and I'm like, I'm not sure. But since I already, opened my mouth, I might as well just, go with it. So I contacted King, and I was introduced to the Poetry Corner. I'm nervous every time that I participate in the Poetry Corner, and then from that we did a collaboration together along with Whitney, and that has been a great experience.
Great. All you guys' books are on Amazon, I presume?
Yes. So here it is right here.
Okay.
Copacetic nostalgia.
Yes.
So you're gonna read something out of there?
I was gonna do that as my first reading tonight, but I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, Cuz?
All right, so I'm gonna read something different first, just to open me up, because I'm nervous still. In less than 24 hours, I lost 2 people I love overnight. Hurt so bad, but it's one of the reasons why I write. Never been really great at expressing emotion, so that's my way of making things all right. And the good does outweigh the bad, so I found ways to not only write about the things that made me sad, I learned to write about any and everything that I could think of. And the thing I thought about mostly was love. And I'm not in love with being in love, but I do know that it's the most misunderstood emotion from up above. So whether angry, sad, or happy in it, I'll always use my pen and pad to give it life. All that life encompasses in its simplest form to even beautify our plights is the reason why I write. That's that piece.
All right.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful.
Okay, Cuz.
Okay.
So, King Atterbury, the host of the Poetry Corner, he called me for you guys in the chat and everybody on the show. My cousin called me a mad scientist over the weekend. So, because I always be having these crazy ideas, and I'm one of the people that's a thinker. And when I first interviewed my cousin, me and King Atterbury's cousins, me and Rita Renee's cousins, we have a family page on Facebook. He posted that he wrote poetry and he had a book out. So that was like 18 months ago. And then we wound up hooking up doing an interview. And he was like, he had some ideas about doing the Poetry Corner. I said, yo, we could do it together. It'd be something nice on the platform. So this is the event, the inception, or whatever they say, the genesis of the Poetry Corner. And this guy has, how many books is now, King?
12.
Just
I'm a mad scientist too.
So let me ask you, do you ever feel like you have so much you want to express, you can't get it all out?
It's just life. You know what I mean? Ideas come forth, or I see. It's like being a narrator to society. So you jump on things with other poets, and ideas just flush through my head. So I love to write. I enjoy writing. So the writing is within me. You tell a tale.
You got something for us tonight? Out of
Yes,
12
I
books,
do.
you better have something for us.
Well, this poem is out of this book, King's Wave. This one right here. Actually, this is a follow-up to one of my other books, From Me to You. So this piece is called My Hand for You. When that time come, I am already on display. Don't let them others sway what you are thinking today. No need to search for prayers or look at open windows. My motion be holding a different life inside oceans. Thoughts occur facing my visual scan for love. I know that you had it tough and you're missing a royal touch. The idea of what could be with the chemistry of me. Better side of what's to be is a unity living free. No expectations, congratulations, you let your guard down. Found around king is a throne with a magnificent crown. Mindful ideas as they appear kissing your tears. In a piece aware, holding your memories like souvenirs. Change into scuba gear, travel against the tides, escaping inside your high that your low had to be neutralized. And with you by my side, I will let God decide. The biggest treasure to find is love without compromise. All natural, without being forced, believe the source. The thrill can bring a chill or a happiness cough. This is my soft letter written, different, seen in your vision. While we connect, let's improvise on this edition. King.
Okay.
Yes, sir, good brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I gotta for anybody in the chat, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the love emoji so it can trigger the algorithm so the word can get out that this is Poetry Corner is a very good show that we try to have. So this promotes the show. This promotes the show as well as the channel. I want to ask you guys a question in reference to poetry. Like I said, anybody in the chat that has a question for these amazing artists, you know, post it and I'll put it up and they'll answer the questions as best as possible. Let me ask you, I'm gonna ask all you guys a question. So everybody can unmute their mics and y'all can figure out who could answer the question or who wants to go first with answering the question. Do you feel like as a poet you have a responsibility to humanity?
Hmm. Somewhat, somewhat. Now that they've heard my voice, they've heard my pieces. Um, I think we all tell someone else's story, and they look forward to hearing more. Um, however, they're dealing with their situation. So yeah, I think somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everyone is a narrator to someone else's story. You know, I come from the era up in Harlem where we had all these things going on, whether music, artistic expression. So for me, it's like bringing it back, like how the last poets were. So I recognize everything with my idols, the last poets. So here I am.
You know, it's funny you say, do we feel like we have a responsibility to humanity? Maya Angelou, Zora Neale Hurston. That's just a few of the people who probably just like me started writing because it was an outlet, because I didn't have anyone that I could really talk to. But as time went on, present day, there's so much happening in society. As a poet, you cannot be silent because you may say something that someone else wants to say but just cannot say, or don't have the or is fearful that they want to say it but they won't, they just won't. It reminds me of a kid that's being bullied, and they're being bullied but they can't say anything. They don't know who they can talk to for fear of being hurt even more. And then there's that one kid who hates the fact that they're being bullied and beats up the other bullies and let them know you don't touch him anymore. And then there are these individuals who have left this earth who need a voice from the grave to be heard. And that is us. We have to tell their stories like it's already been said. But more importantly, we have to be that voice for them, for our communities, for our families. We definitely have a responsibility to humanity. Now, whether humanity accepts us is a whole nother story.
That's true.
That's true.
True indeed, bro.
That's true. I just think that no matter what we do in this world, everybody has a story, like Van said, and it has to be told. Um, you know, let me give you, for instance, like for instance, George Floyd. I couldn't even imagine. And then we had a conscious show or something like that, like about Eric Gardner. We have one about George Floyd, things like that. We do. We have a responsibility to get their voices heard that were silenced, and just in I guess in some small part pay tribute to who they were and what they were to us, and that they will always be remembered. And I think that's a responsibility.
I'll have to say that in a world where we often look at how people view us, it's important to express those things through poetry because it lets people know that you're not the only person that goes through those things, right? We judge
Mm,
a lot. So in poetry, it's just kind of a good thing to say, hey, you're not the only one going through that or whatever, but something in that poetry or that writing definitely touches someone. And I think that is the part of the responsibility to let someone know that there's a way to get out of it or basically that you're just really not alone.
mm.
I asked that question because I wanted to go into another question. I kind of knew where you guys were going to go with your answers because listening to all you guys prior and even today, it is a form of expression. It is a art form that I would say it would reach your soul. Do you think that poets as well as comedians should have that leeway where they could be politically incorrect?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
I can't hear you, poetic.
Yeah.
We can't
Anybody
hear
else want
you.
to answer? Anybody else want to answer? Poetic will be right back.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't hear you.
Y'all can unmute your mics. Unmute your mic, Rita.
Oh, somebody.
No, I didn't mute it, but can you repeat the question again?
The question was that when I first asked the first question was responsibility to humanity. Do you think that poets as well as comedians should be given the leeway in doing things that are politically incorrect?
I think that comedians, as well as poets, but you don't really see, and we're just now really getting to see more poets, right? Which is a great thing. Comedy has
Mhm.
always been our truth, right? We laugh at the pain, we laugh at sorrow, we laugh at those things. So I definitely think that they should because it's one of those ways that, or forms of expression that you get to tell the truth, right? A lot of us are not in tune with the truth. And so that helps us get through things. So poetry, I love the direction it's been going in more than it has in the past. It was like a thing where people just weren't into it. And now I see it just exploding, and I love that too. So yes, I think that they should be given a leeway um, in
Mhm.
their form of expression or our form of expression.
Mhm.
You hit it right there.
Poetic, you were saying something?
Yeah, what I was going to say was I say this all the time that as poets, we reserve the right, we have the right to take the English language, those words, and use them any way that we see fit. Now, the unfortunate thing is not everyone's going to agree with what we say or how we say it or the way that we put things together. But our poetry has pain. Comedians make a life out of some of their pain and some of other people's pain. And everyone laughs at it, which is okay because they have their place. I love comedy. I love to laugh. But I also love poetry, and poetry can make you laugh, it can make you cry, it can make you happy, it can make you sing, It can make you feel a whole range of emotions that sometimes you didn't even know you had. So absolutely.
Right.
Anyone else? That's it. Adrian, give it. Matter of fact, you and Poetic, y'all in La Perla Negra. I just love the way that you got that raw in that Spanish language, that Latin language. Listen, basically Spanish language. I don't know if it's Spanish, Latin, whatever people want to
It,
call a language today, but right.
it
But
is Spanish, yeah. Mhm.
you guys got to be leaving soon. So Adrian, give us something before you leave, please.
Sure. I got a piece called Why I Write. I think I'll do that one. Oof, let me get it. Okay. Why I Write. Oh my goodness. Just got away from it. Okay. Okay. I write because I feel. I write to heal myself, to help others, to invoke feelings of happiness, the spectrum of sadness to gladness with a little spice in between. I love to write. Y'all know what I mean. I write of goals, my deepest desires. Sometimes my verses are so nasty, I need an extinguisher to put out those fires. I write of deep love that I experienced that I want again. My pen is my best friend next to paper. I write of sensations, the goosebumps, the shivers, the smiles, the quivers. I write mostly when I need to vent. When I'm done, I'm spent. Writing is cathartic to me. Writing is what I do when I see inequality. It may not be of my blood, but it concerns me, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I write to escape reality, if only for a while. Writing actually makes me smile. And I don't write for fame or glory. I write for me. And that's my story. That's that piece.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Thank you, thank you,
Right.
Yeah,
thank you,
That's what's up.
thank you. Appreciate
okay.
that. Hopefully, we'll see you again shortly, soon in the future. I know you have an obligation you have to go to, so I really appreciate you joining the show tonight.
Definitely.
La Perla Negra.
Yay. Ah, let's see. Okay, I have one little piece here. This is called The Blessing of My Hidden Lupine Goddess. My diva actually titled this for me. Okay. There are stars in my eyes, but a wolf beneath my skin. So I run alone in silence to keep her hidden because I know the power of her storm inside me. The cry in my howl is the love story of my soul. Only a few select have actually heard the rarity of its sound and understood my call. Yet the light of my spirit covers all of whom I encounter because of the purity I've been charged with. I wake each day humbled, grateful, and thankful. My thirst for knowledge is like the power behind the great white's pursuit in open waters. The rhythm of ancestral drums dwell within my heartbeat, while the omnipresent eye of beloved keep track of my foes and guard my path of my footsteps. I am blessed. And that's that piece.
All right. All
Wow,
right. All right.
like that.
Oh,
That was
thank
nice.
you. Thank you.
That was nice.
Definitely was one of.
Appreciate you joining the show, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
And the cleanup batter, he closes the show. Poetic. I know
Yes, sir.
time is always of very importance to you. Appreciate you, bro. Um,
Thank you for
let
having
everybody
me.
know where they can continue hearing great poetry within the next 15 minutes.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, over on Epiphany Radio, 9 o'clock tonight. The dial-in number 319-527-6300. Press 1 if you desire to spit, or If you just want to listen in online, www.blogtalkradio.com/EYE, the letter C people. Tune in. Join us tonight. Now, this piece that I'm going to do is not in the book. It's one of my latest conscious pieces, so I hope that's all right. It's called I Speak. This message is from the voice of the weak. Your criminality paves the way for the justices I seek. Controlled substances and fraudulent gas leaks, thought-provoking evidence tampering seems bleak, but not to the usual suspects that fit the description, so we remain docile and meek. Only because the law says you're in charge, so I dare not speak. Because life for me would end and I'd become an antique, or more like a relic, so obsolete. So today, yesterday, I raise my voice for the voiceless in English and not in Greek. You will feel the wrath of my spoken word so unique, gifted with a silver lace razor blade tongue with ancestry in Mozambique, where tribal warriors fought along and hard for freedom speak. Because they seen our blood, sweat, and tears build a country cheek to cheek, shackle to shackle, while our tears leak. The power of the storm from the uprising of your continued critique of just how narrow-minded is the justice we seek. You think the dynamics of your skin color is so sleek that you can get away with everything, including murder. We see your streak. Kill us because we brown-skinned, light-skinned, dark-skinned, a horrible technique. My voice will challenge your illegal, legal authority mystique, because your shit definitely stinks from here to Martinique. So open your blind eyes that racism still exists. Open them, don't peek. Hush. Now go to sleep and don't shriek at the infinite possibilities of how my oblique nonverbal cues have you mentally tied to a teak. See the way the noose feels around your neck while your air leaks? That's for the voiceless. You try to silence with your bullets, your chokeholds, your badge, and you reek of cowardly lies and fabricated stories you tried to dump in the creek. I'm done bodying you for those that can't speak because they gone on. So I'm the living epistle of their voice from the grave. And now I speak. I speak. And that's that piece.
Okay. Okay.
All right, bro. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man.
Appreciate you,
Okay.
bro.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate
y'all,
everybody. Listen, thank you for coming through.
One
That's
love, one
what's
mic, y'all. Peace.
One love, one
Thanks for
mic.
having me.
No doubt.
Peace. Thanks, y'all.
Rita, you got something for me?
Sure. Okay, I'm going to read this piece. It's called Tired. If I could count the number of times I've said, I'm tired, just tired of the setbacks, the sadness, the tears, the disappointments, and yes, the liars, I probably already traveled the universe through infinite dimensions while trying to figure out each calculation of my journey's intentions. As I search for life's purpose and attempt to understand the lessons, cognizant enough to wake up before any self-loathing oppression. Wake up and discover that being tired is just a beginning that has no definitive ending. All I got to do is rise and remember I'm winning. Stand up, acknowledge the sadness so I could continue grinning. Stand tall, allow the tears to flow until they start thinning. Focus, regard disappointments as part of daily living. Realign. One can't stop the lies from spinning, but I can look into one's eyes and be forgiven. Proceed. And as long as I don't let any of that bring me to exhaustion, and I exhibit faith and caution, protect my mind and coat my heart, being tired is just enough to tear me apart.
Okay, cuz. I hear you.
That's what's up.
It's all close.
King, close us out.
All right, this is a piece titled Traveling Through Time. If I went there from out of nowhere, who would really care? Allow myself to prepare and be aware of what others share. Memories in our diaries in the pages from my journal, found inside a place that don't concern you, the disloyal. All that my eyes see inside what is meant for us. Transportation provided, no need for trains or a bus. Location locked in, present presence, hardly coded. Everything else truly noted, therefore path is chosen. Lonely motives of a seeker give the reader and believers. Findings of the dreamers, the teachers, speakers. I'm a man with fathered features. Walk into another day. Visit all the house that pray. Searching for some better ways. Can embrace what Naya say. Traveling through the time. Connect directly to the divine. Hope and have faith. Give you a peace of mind. Past the lines. Pray on the interventions. If society doesn't listen, focus on your mission with vision and keep living. King.
Nice, cuz.
Great. Listen, everyone, we appreciate everybody for joining the chat. And this is the beginning of season 4, first episode that's in the books. And we look forward to having our smorgasbord when it's like 8 poets up here and everybody just going. But we try. King is trying to do something different this season, and just theme it up and get everybody in the chat to get to know the poets, and to get the poets to basically not just come out of their shell of being to recite their poetry on the internet, but just giving them the comfortability of expressing other things that they may be working on, because a lot of people are working on things. So with that, everybody have a blessed week. Stay up. See you guys next Tuesday.
Peace.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Please continue to join us here for conversations on hot topics, interviews with special guests, and our featured programs such as the Poetry Corner, where you can hear dope poets from around the country creating that poet cafe vibe, and Crown Rules, our virtual book club on love, intimacy, and healthy relationships. Let's talk. We are everywhere you want to be. Follow us on YouTube at Let's Talk, Facebook at Let's Talk, and on Instagram at Let's Talk 1931. Have a suggestion? Give us a call at 570-795-4283. Or for business inquiries, please email us at ltalk5600@gmail. Let's talk. I wore to you, you wore to me, and we go together. Please don't forget to like,